Hello trail travelers, this is Carrie with Trail Traveler, and we have a scenic adventure today. Nothing crazy at all. We are here in Cripple Creek, Colorado. We're getting ready to hop on Shelf Road. We're going to take that down to Cañon City, or Cañon City, depending on how you pronounce it. We're going to take Skyline Drive, and then we're going to come back on Phantom Canyon Road. This is going to be a great day. The weather is beautiful. We may have some thunder showers late this evening, but it should be absolutely gorgeous for this drive. We don't need a bunch of vehicles today because basically a stock vehicle, anything pretty much can make this trail. It is a dirt road, but as long as you're not slammed to the ground, you can do this trail. So it's a lot of fun. We do have Dana and Philip today with his new 392 Wrangler. We're not going to use any of that power today, but we may take it for a little drive at some point and see what that's all about. So we're going to finish up, get loaded up, dogs are taking a walk, and we're going to hit Shelf Road. All right, we are starting off on Shelf Road. Now, pretty much any vehicle can do this road. It's a maintained dirt road. Right now we are hitting some washboards. It would be a little bit more comfortable if we aired down, but we're not really going to bother. We're going to take it nice and slow today, so not that big of a deal, unless it gets really rough later on, which I really doubt this time of year, because it should be in really, really good condition. But as long as you have a decent amount of ground clearance, and I don't mean like 6 inches, I mean just so that your friggin' front bumper isn't slammed to the ground, you can do Shelf Road. It's not that hard. You don't need four-wheel drive. Now, in winter conditions, that changes everything. You're gonna want four-wheel drive, you're going to want four low, you want something that is going to get you through those worse conditions than normal. But when it's dry like this and all summer long, this is a super easy drive, and there's going to be some really cool things that we're going to see along the way, which makes this a fun drive because it's just so scenic. Like, look here right in front of us, you see this huge retaining wall made from timbers. That is just, to me, that is awesome that somebody built this at some point in order to make room for this road here. But that thing is just crazy, the amount of wood and construction that went into building that. And we're going to see stuff like this all along the way. Different buildings, little abandoned sites here and there, some mining relics. So it's just a really nice drive. But it does feel sketchy driving next to this with these timbers that are probably 100 years old. Who knows? It generally looks pretty sketchy. All right, we're gonna continue on and point out some highlights as we continue on Shelf Road. Well, we're working our way through here. We're not on any shelfy type road yet. But I wanted to mention that there are some spots along the road for camping. There's not a lot of them, but there are some like clumped areas further down that you can pull off and camp at. You can see the road is in very good condition. We just saw a minivan come out of it the other way. Now, there's also good rock climbing down here, and we'll see some of those spots later on, but it's very popular for rock climbing. Now, the one thing Shelf Road does offer is some amazing views. And we're coming around here, and it is just a gorgeous day. And if you can see this on the camera, the snow-covered peaks off in the distance, this is just absolutely beautiful today. So hopefully we cut this just right, and we're going to have these type of skies all day, and these views we can see for miles and miles and miles away. just look at this view. So again, this is certainly not a difficult trail. This barely rates as easy. I mean, it's damn near a road, and it is part of the Gold Belt Tour National Scenic Byway. So I definitely recommend looking that up and seeing where all the Gold Belt Tour takes you and exploring everything that that has to offer. But this is absolutely beautiful views. Originally, Shelf Road was built as a route, a stagecoach route to deliver goods between Cripple Creek and Cañon City. It's one of the first roads from the Arkansas Valley into Cripple Creek Mining District. And when we come up later on, we're going to go through some tunnels that were built by the early miners, which were then later used by the railway to get the gold ore out of the area. So a lot of history in this area and some really neat things that we're going to see along the way. But that's one of the things I love about Shelf Road is it has diversity. We have kind of this wooded type of feel to it. We have this rocky mountain type feel to it. We have areas that have beautiful meadows. It's just a great variety of terrain that we go through, and on a day like today, that this is just, it's really going to be something special. This is being recorded in the middle of May, so things are really starting to green up, the grasses are coming up, so the colors are going to be very vibrant today. If you would have run this a month ago, the ground would have been all brown and kind of ugly, but today it's all nice and green, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. One of the many things you might run across here on Shelf Road, this looks like the entrance to an old mine. Not exactly sure what it is because there's no signs or anything up here, but there's some foundation work over here from some old buildings, and it's definitely gated off. I don't, they obviously don't want you in here because they've got this kind of rudimentary fence going on, but yeah, something cool to look at least. last time I came through here was at the beginning of winter. Doesn't look anything like this. It was very slushy. The ground was all brown. But coming here early spring, where everything is nice and green, what a totally different look to all this. Again, oh God. Something like this may not be for everybody. Some people like the more hardcore rock crawling or the woods or something. But if you like just a beautiful scenic drive, kind of get away from it all, a little cooler than in the city, it's really hard to beat Shelf Road. It is just a beautiful, beautiful drive. Oh, wow. Okay, so here is kind of the namesake of Shelf Road, where we're now up a few hundred feet from the bottom down there. You can see the river. Really beautiful area. But this is where Shelf Road gets its name. Now, if you don't like roads like this, well, it might be a small problem for you, but really, it's about a vehicle and a half wide. So there's really no concern about getting too close to the edge, but just stay on the road and you'll be totally fine. Now, if you come up on another vehicle, there are plenty of these little turnouts, just like we see right here, where you can pass. I mean, from this spot right here, there's this one, there's one right up here, there's another one right there on the corner. There's lots of places to get off the road and let other people pass, or to let oncoming vehicles go by. So no need to worry about that. No need to worry about it being so tight that you're in danger of going off the cliff. This is a very well-maintained road, and it's extremely safe as long as you're not being stupid and going too fast or doing this when it's all icy. But dry conditions, really safe. And as you can see, you don't need a lifted 4x4 with huge tires on it. You can do it in a nice passenger vehicle, and for the most part, other than when, again, winter, you don't even need four-wheel drive. Oh man, look down there. That is stunning. Now, Katerina is doing the driving today, and the last time she was on this road, right at this spot, she was all the way over and ended up scratching the top of her vehicle. But now, how long ago was that?
About 10 years ago. About
10 years ago. And is this what you remember, or how does your memory from then compare to driving it today?
That it was much more scarier road. If I was on the edge and scratching my rooftop in Subaru.
In the Subaru, no,
yeah.
No less. So, what do you think of it today? I mean, the road conditions and how wide it is.
Oh, it's like driving. What is that in Denver? That mall street.
it's like being at the mall.
Yeah.
But what do you think of these views today?
I think they never change. They never will be. They always will be amazing.
It is absolutely a beautiful day today. One thing you need to watch for on this road is what I'm going to call idiots. And that's the people who are driving far too fast, and they're going through these blind turns super fast. We even saw one who was drifting through the turns coming at us, and it was a little too close for comfort, but he managed to slow down just in the nick of time. So be careful on this road. The speed limit is 15 miles an hour. I suggest you stick to it. And when you're going around a turn like this, where you can't see what's coming, it's best to slow down even more, because there are people who drive this like absolute idiots. So be safe on here. As you can see, the shelf isn't that high. The road's very wide. There's plenty of room. So get out here and enjoy this view. I mean, this is just spectacular. My favorite time to come out here is going to be between spring and fall. Winter is, it can be sketchy out here during the winter. It can even be closed due to snow. And real late in the season, late fall, it's going to start getting dry and turning brown. So spring, summer, absolutely beautiful, into early fall, and then that's going to be kind of the best time period visually, with all the deep greens and light greens and grass is growing and everything. But you got to get out here. It is a beautiful drive. Well, that was Shelf Road. Really nice, absolutely gorgeous day. But we're not done. We're still going to head over to Skyline Drive, and then we're going to head over to Phantom Canyon and head back into town. But Shelf Road, we're done with that, but we're not done for the day. So stay tuned, there's still more to come.